quick one here on nat gas, gold, silver, crude oil, starting with natural gas. So what do we have? Right here, I'm going to go through NemexCapital.com and MCX's data as well. So starting with Ovanda, where I personally take my trades for nat gas especially. So what do we have right here? Price is reacting nicely from my zone, and that was expected. This pullback was expected looking at this minor level of resistance. I've clearly mentioned that we can expect some retracement or correction from this area if there is no sell conditions. Now for me, on 4 hour, there is no sell condition. That is why I have not taken any trades. But I was looking for a condition like this, which I didn't get on 4 hour. Now, no condition means what? No condition means no entry. But we got a retracement that was expected, and this zone was already sent to my members and for all 3 platforms. Actually, on all 4 platforms, the zone was sent to the members. But again, there was no entry condition for me. Now, after this retracement, I'm simply looking for an engulfing candle. If we have a next candle as an engulfing candle, that is my valid entry condition. Or if you have one more red candle close below, second candle close back up, in that case, that is still an entry condition, a valid pullback entry bullish. Very simple. No confusions, just look for an engulfing candle. Now, if there is no engulfing candle and price just pushes back up straight away, in that case, I'll just look for my double top condition, which is like this. Look for a pullback, an engulfing candle here, or a 382 or a pin bar for your sell trades. So buy with engulfing candle. If we have that, I'm going to go 1 ATR for my target or 2 ATR maximum, exit my trade and look for my sell condition if there is a double top. If there is no double top and price breaks above these highs and close above these highs, in that case, we are just looking for trend continuation bullish trade. So I'm going to quickly go for the good scalp here, which for example, let's say I've entered right here in ATR is 5.9. 5.9 looks something like this, and a bigger target, which is something like this till this recent highs if I want to take my trade with 2 targets. And then if the price forms an engulfer or a pin bar, in that case, I will go for my short trade after exiting this trade. So very simple. These are the conditions now I'll be looking at for my possible entries. I'm simply looking for my pullback entry bullish, an engulfing candle right, a next candle, or if there is no green engulfing candle, I want to see red and green engulfing candle must close above 50 EMA. So very simple. Look for these conditions I've just mentioned. Exactly same on capital.com. Now on this platform, there is a catch. If there is the next candle turns out to be an engulfing candle, that is my invalid entry. So I will not look for an entry condition. Now in general, that is just a general bias. If that happens, we might see a push back up from here. That is just a general condition. Now it's going to be invalid pullback entry on this platform. Looking at this 382 bearish candle. If you are my student, you know why I'm talking about that. For my YouTube audience, I'm telling you here, if next candle turns out to be a bullish engulfer, that will be my invalid entry and I will not go for it. But on Ovanda, if that happens, that will be a valid entry. I'm going to go for my long trades according to this pattern if there is a valid entry condition. So simply on this platform, I'm just looking for a zone above, which I've already mentioned in my yesterday's video. Right here, these numbers in blue, a minor zone from where I will looking for my entry condition like double tops or bearish engulfing pattern. Or once we have broken above these highs, a pullback and engulfing candle is something I'll be looking at for my long trades, which is something I'll be looking at. So for now, we are still bullish. We have a cross right here. My bias is still bullish and I'm expecting a price to push up. For my entries, I'll look for the conditions which I've just mentioned here on Nemex. Now on this platform, if you have a next candle as an engulfing candle, that is a valid entry, but it must not be a big engulfing candle. If that's a small engulfing candle, in that case, I will still go for my long trades. For the good and better entry, I want to see one more red candle and then engulfing candle. In that case, we have a nice pullback and then engulfer. In that case, that will be a very good entry condition. So very simple again, look for some more pullback for the good entry and then engulfing candle must close above 50 EMA for your long trades. M6 audience nicely pushing down from the level I've sent to you and nicely pushed up from the level I've sent to you. Both levels has played out nicely. So on this platform, simply look for engulfer above 50 EMA. In that case, that is your buy signal and we're going to go long. Double top all the way from here. If we have a condition here, we're going to go short with bearish engulfers or 382 candles. So that is all we're looking at. Only condition is something I'm looking at for my possible entries. Next up, we have gold. It is still ranging sideways. We have a range bound and price is still in bearish pressure all the way from here till here. So until I see a breakout above or below, I'm not taking any trades for gold. In general, we have a bearish head and shoulder pattern played out from here, all the way from here till here, till the termination zone. Price has pushed down. So all the way from here to this low, we already have $57 move we have captured. But I was expecting at least $65 move. So I'm still bearish for gold. I'm not looking for any buy trades till we are broken above these highs. Once we are broken above these highs, then pull back, and then I will look for buy trades. For now, I'm still expecting a further push down, looking at lots of rejection at my termination zone, which is right here, multiple rejections, pin bar, engulfer, and looking at that, I'm still expecting a push down. Now, once the price break and close below these lows, which is right here, the last low, once that happens and close below, in that case, I'm expecting further fall to the next level. And I'm going to start to look for my pullback entry. Bearish and aggressive head and shoulder pattern will play out from here, which is my entry number 2. So let's see how this goes. I'm still bearish for gold. Now, on silver, the price broke below and the turns out to be a fake out. Now, I've told you that it's going to be very risky and it is not a very strong pattern, and that didn't play out. So I've not taken this trade because I was looking for purely pullback entry bearish or pullback entry bullish. Breakout pattern is something is very risky. I do take it sometime when I see a very good confirmation. Now, in this scenario, price has broken below the previous lows, which is right here. So simply I want to see a pullback bearish engulfer. If we have a bearish engulfer, in that case, I'm gonna go short if there is an entry condition below 50 EMA. If there is no condition, I'll still wait for further momentum, then a pullback and engulfing candle. So I'm only looking for selling silver. I'm not buying silver as now we are broken and closed below 50 EMA. So only selling trades, and now I'm looking at the next level of support from where I will start to buy silver. So I will only buy silver from here, or once we are broken above these highs, then a pullback engulfer and a level above, which I've already mentioned in my yesterday's video, to sell this market. If the price reaches this level, we're gonna short silver from here. So let's see how it goes. Only selling silver as now we are broken below 50 and 20 EMA. So last one, we have crude oil. It's now pushing down as expected. I've mentioned yesterday that I'll be only selling crude oil with conditions. Now there is no condition, but we just have a waterfall of red candles. That is all we have got. Now simply pull back engulfer. That is all I'm looking at for crude oil. I'm not buying crude oil as now we are broken below 50 EMA. I will only buy crude oil once we are broken above 50 EMA, and I will only sell it from the zone above, which is my counter trade sell zone, which looks less likely at this point. For now, pullback and bearish entry I'm looking at, and I'm only going to short crude oil. The next level, like I mentioned yesterday, is right here. Feel free to see my yesterday's video where I mentioned these levels, one above and one below. Till then, I'm not buying crude oil. So we do have a minor anchor support right here from where we can see some sort of rejection, pullback, and then a fall. So I'm only looking for bearish pullback trades using 1 to 2 ATR for my targets. So only selling crude oil, not buying, looking at these conditions. So that is it for today's video. Hope you got a value. If yes, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.